And we're back. We have with us Heather Lou from just an amazing band that just finished playing for the evening, and it was absolutely incredible. I think they're called No Duh, but we're going to let her talk. Heather, thanks
You
for joining
got
us.
it. Thank you.
I got it right?
You got it, duh. How can you go wrong?
That's right. All that energy, you actually channel all of Gwen's energy on the stage. That's hard to do.
Thanks. I guess I'm a maniac. It's in the blood.
A maniac in the blood. Talk about how you got involved with this event and what brought you down here today.
Oh, there's a guy named Sam. He's responsible for all this madness. We've known him for a long time. He used to come out and see No Dub when it was just a little baby band. And he has had this dream in his head to have this fantastic charity for cancer and helping kids, and it's finally happened. And he has postponed this date like 3 different times, but we finally made it. We are here, and we're here for him, and we're here for the kids, because it's amazing what this is going to do for everyone.
Well, if you guys get a chance to see this band, the only word I could come up with after watching her on stage in the band was a big word, wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
And we saw Gwen and No Doubt at Kaboo last year. We covered them last year at Kaboo.
Yeah.
And when you close your eyes, you can't tell. You can't tell. You're that good.
Hopefully when you open them too, I do all this makeup, you know.
Well, you do have a slight resemblance to her. I don't, fortunately,
Dang.
right?
All right. I'll give you some tips. It's all right.
Oh, great. How did you get involved with singing, and when did you have formal lessons growing up, or what actually made you want to sing?
The bass player in the band, he made me do it. No, like I was saying earlier, I have the world's worst stage fright. I never was a singer. I didn't plan on being a singer. And
You guys didn't see her. She has no stage fright.
This was all kind of a joke. We're like, hey, we should start a tribute band. Everyone's doing it, so there we go. They're like, what band do you like? I'm like, No Doubt. The end. Literally.
Correct me if I'm wrong. We cover a lot of the tribute bands, especially the tribute bands that have done Access TV.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We're doing the Petty Breakers soon. We just
nice.
did Mick Adams and the Stones, Belladonna. You were also on Access TV, is that correct?
Twice.
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh, inside scoop. No, so we have 2 tribute bands. I know, sorry, No Doubt fans, but we have an Anoda and we have Blonde, our Blondie tribute, and they were both on that show. So,
Oh. Now, those are recorded at the Whiskey, correct?
Yep.
How did you get involved with that?
Good question. You know what? I do not do any of the work in booking our band. I just show up. Where do we need to be? What costumes? Done. So, yeah, it was, I believe our bass player knows the Katie who puts the whole thing on, and she reached out to us, and Katie Darrell, that's it. Hi, Katie. And so, yeah, she insisted that we come on, and we did.
So talk about the band members. This band's been together for a while. Talk about the band members a little bit.
The band members. We do all kinds of things together and all kinds of things separately. The bass player's in Canada right now. We had a fill-in bass. Hooray, Cubby. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, everyone, we just do whatever we need to do to play music. Sometimes we have real jobs, but not really. This has sort of been our real job for the past 12 and a half years. So yeah, we do lots of weird things.
Now,
where to begin?
when I saw Gwen last year, she climbed up 50 feet, straight up in the air with no harness, no nothing. You probably would have done that tonight had they had a tower like that.
I've done it.
No.
You guys didn't build it tonight, but I've done it. There's pictures, I swear.
No harness?
No.
Oh my God.
That's another weird thing I do. I am an aerial artist, so I know how to hold on.
I get afraid going up to the top of the ladder.
No, it's not scary. Just don't look down. Don't think about it.
And you know what happens when you say that?
Don't think about it.
Down.
Don't think about it. Keep looking up.
So where is the band going to be appearing the rest of the year? This interview will be coming out in November, and it's pretty much a primary for next year's event. Hopefully you'll be back to that. So what's in store for the band for the rest of this year?
Good Lord, I don't know what's tomorrow. So you can go to noduh.net and find us on Facebook and Instagram, and it will list all the dates. We travel all over the world and do this, and it's been nonstop. And honestly, where we were yesterday, where we are tomorrow, I don't know. I show up and hang out with you today. That's all that matters.
They just tell you which bus to get on.
That's exactly it. But yeah, so I'm sure we'll be back down the San Diego way before November, and if not, in November.
Where does the band hail from?
Mainly Los Angeles.
Okay.
Yep. One guy was originally from San Diego, another one is South Bay, and I'm secretly from New York, don't tell anyone, but then I've been out here for so long, it doesn't count anymore.
I lived in Philadelphia and to New York a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a different environment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it here. It's good.
Yeah,
Not going back.
Well, it's a little chilly this evening. We're doing this at, 10 o'clock at night, and after all the heat we've had lately, it has cooled down a little bit.
Hey, that's okay. No hurricanes here. It's a beautiful day, night.
That's true. So, can your fans expect to see you back here next year for an event like this?
For sure. If they'll have us. If Sam wants us, we're here.
I'll put a petition together. We'll get them back.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you. She just got off the stage, so
Pardon my mania.
just the fact that you were able to sit down with us, we really appreciate it.
For sure.
Thank you for the time.
Thank you.
You guys got to check this band out, and if you don't, you just don't like music.
Yeah.
Catch us on the other side. This is Brian from BackStage360. And we're back with Chelsea Scott from the Faux Fighters. Chelsea, thanks for being here.
Well, thank you. Thanks for being a part of this too. You know, we were part of this event early on. Last year, we actually played the same event, not at this location, but a location up in North County, and I have to tell you, it was nothing but some of the most positive messages to some of the great bands that were playing. There was a hot rod and motorcycle show that was there as well, and it was just a day event. It was great. It was a lot of fun. You know, I have to give credit to Sam. You know, he really works hard all year long to put something like this on. You know, I don't know where he gets the energy or the time. I mean, between what and what, who knows? But he's definitely done right, and he's doing right. All I can say is that if anybody sees this message, you definitely have to be a part of this event in years to come, because this is definitely going to be worthwhile. This was the first event down here at Cuyamaca College, and I can assure you that in years to come, it's going to be probably one of the best events. It'll be probably Southeast County's Kaboo. So
it's actually a great place to be. You talked about this is the second time you've done an event like this with Sam. Talk about how did Sam get you involved with this, and what did it mean to you and the guys to do this?
Well, Sam actually, what's interesting is Sam found us through some really good friends of ours, and it was kind of one of those last minute things. You know, charity events are really tough, and the thing about charity events, a lot of people don't feel that they're either not worthy enough to do it, or maybe they're just maybe too busy to do a charity event. I'm always
sometimes don't get paid enough to do it.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, like anybody,
yeah.
I mean, we all have to work. But the thing about it is, I don't care about getting paid, and as long as I'm bringing myself and my time, that's payment enough, man. And if it's helping somebody in the future and it's helping somebody down the road, that's the payment I get, is the satisfaction of knowing that maybe there's somebody that we actually did help out. So very, very important message for everybody.
I think actually that's one of the biggest payments we can get in life.
Always. There's things that we don't do, that we probably should do as human beings. And I'm just going to say this, and it's kind of a challenge to anybody. The challenge is, whether it's cancer, whether it's multiple sclerosis, whether it's any type of infliction, or anybody that's actually homeless or whatever, if you can help, think about yourself. No, don't think about yourself. Think in your heart and give, because the real message is give of your time. If people see you give of your time, everybody's going to get involved, and that's what we really need. Is we need a community, especially in San Diego. We need a community of people that want to be involved and get involved. And I have to say one more thing. I've traveled many different parts of the country. I've never seen more homeless. I'm just going to say something about the homeless. that we have here in San Diego. We need to really do something about that. I've traveled different parts of the country, and I've never seen more homeless people that we have here. Those are our brothers and sisters in life, man. And if we don't do something about our homeless here in San Diego, then there's something wrong with all of us. So please, that's the message to everybody, is a challenge to, whether it's a handout, a small one, and maybe even a hand up to get these people, you know, working again or doing whatever. We've got to help our community in one way or another. Cancer's a big one. This is what we're here for, obviously. I didn't want to get off this subject, but cancer's the big one. And if we can help, you know, children with cancer in any way possible. I know that I was pretty fortunate myself. I never had any type of infliction growing up. But man, I could only imagine what it is about the kids and their parents and what they go through, you know, just the questions of uncertainty and not knowing. So if anybody can give, definitely everybody has to give for this event and this cause. So
I agree. And if you don't, I think you actually touched on something Sam and I were talking about, and I want to back up to it a little bit.
certainly.
And then that was that, you know, we one of us said, and I think it was me, don't just click on the like button. Actually move yourself to contribute your time and energy, because otherwise nothing really happens.
Oh yeah, exactly. If you don't do something today, think about it for a moment. You have to get involved one way or another. And yeah, you can hit a like button and like something, but if you can, do a little bit more than that. You know, that cup of coffee that you get on the way to work in the morning at Starbucks, you know, do you really need it? Do you really need that cup of coffee? You know, maybe some of us do, but man, maybe a week's worth of coffees you don't take, and you give that money to a charity like this, because I think it's important. Everybody's got something. So if you have something that you're doing a lot of, that you can just say, hey, you know what, man, I can take the time off and not do that. I don't need to go down and hang out with my buddies, you know, playing golf or going to the bowling alley or, you know, drinking beers, whatever it is. Just stop for a week and give that money to the cancer kids, man. So that's all I'm saying.
It takes money, and it takes time, and it takes somebody to actually physically do something to help.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it's both. Let's talk about the band a little bit. I know you guys are coming up soon, and then you got to take off right away.
Oh yeah.
So let's talk about the band. What's going on with the band?
Oh wow. So you know, we play a lot of events, from your biker bars, your small bars, to really big events. We play a lot of events that are, you know, beer festivals, and these charity events that we're involved with. We play the House of Blues. We play casinos across the United States. We've been playing since 2012, so it's been a long time. And we're probably one of many Foo Fighter tribute bands in the world, but we're the only Foo Fighter tribute band with a Dave Grohl lookalike, and that's me. So, but it's been a lot of fun. I have to say, I didn't expect doing this. This was something that just kind of happened, and we do it basically for fun. It's a lot of fun. When we do an event like this is what we're doing for. We're doing for events like this and for fun. And you know, the rest of the band, everybody has a great time doing it. So,
well, let's talk about the members of the band. What's the current lineup looking like?
You know, being in a tribute band, sometimes the lineup changes from time to time, because everybody has lives. We all do, you know, we all have things going on. We're busy. So from time to time, I have members, you know, float in, float out. But for the most part, we've had a steady membership for the last few years, about 3 years now. On drums, excuse me, on drums, we've got David Jansen. We call him DJ. He plays a part of Taylor Hawkins. Smashing drummer, man. The guy is fantastic. We've got Dave Tashankel on guitar. He's been me, him, and DJ have been the kind of the cast members that have stuck around the longest. And we originally started the project. We've got Don De Oliveras, who's the part of Pat Smear, and then we have Barry Sinclair, who plays our Nate Mendel. You know, that is one heck of a band. They're very seasoned, powerful musicians. They've been playing in many, many groups all over San Diego, Los Angeles. These guys are really good veterans.
You forgot the vocalist.
Oh, that's myself. So. I play the part of Dave Grohl, and for most of you that don't know it, we are the Faux Fighters. come check us out. Check out our Facebook page. We're semi-local. We're California, San Diego, and you can check out our website. We are FauxFighterTributeBand.com, so check us out. And come to a show and like our page, because you know what? Come to an event like this, or if you hear about it through us, you'll have a blast, man. You really will. And why not come hang out with everybody?
I'm looking forward to hearing you guys. Before we let you go, though, what's in the future, the next 6 months, the rest of this year for the band?
We've got some selective shows coming up. We're playing a kind of a really interesting show at March Air Force Base on October 14th. And we're playing Adams Avenue Street Fair next week on September 30th at the Starbucks stage. Come down. I think we go on at like 5 or 6 or something like that. Come hang out.
This interview comes out in November.
Then you guys have missed this, and you guys are going to miss the October show. But there's stuff in the future. We're going to be doing a lot of USO stuff coming up. We're traveling the world with USO, so stay tuned. We're going to be doing a lot of charity events for our military men across and abroad. So.
Well, let's can we talk about that a little
Certainly.
bit?
Oh, yeah.
That's a pretty interesting. Again, to help people. That's a great cause, of course.
Yeah.
How did you get involved with the USO, and where have you got scheduled overseas? I'm assuming right now.
I've always been involved with the USO. Coming from a military family, I've always had some kind of foot in with the USO. We've done many events previously, and I've worked with them since even early on. We're about a decade ago. So I've always kept in touch with a lot of our friends, and right now we're actually going to be doing some USO stuff for at the end of the year and into next year. So we hope to be doing some stuff out on aircraft carriers out in the Pacific, and doing shows in the Middle East and in Germany. So
Wow.
yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really, really interesting.
Well, if you get a chance, go check these guys out. I'm looking forward to hearing them tonight. Thanks for taking some time with us. Really
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it, brother.
Anytime, man.
Really
Thank
appreciate
you. Thanks for having me.
We'll catch you soon on the backside.
See you guys.
Try to preach to me about giving up. It's out of reach. Well, maybe you've had enough. I'm in